Yo, what's up, y'all? What's up? How y'all doing? How y'all doing out there in TV land and at home in the bed late nights? What's going on, man? Hey, y'all, this your boy Eric G. I'm just I'm doing something new. I'm doing something new for a while. This is my word to the wise, which I normally do on Blog Talk Radio, but I'm deciding I'm gonna switch it up, man. 'Cause I need some damn clips for my reels, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it on StreamYard. See how this work out. I tell everybody, man, this is a podcast. It's right outside of my normal podcast season. Um, Word to the wise is it's more my raw show, man. It's not perfect. You don't have to be clean cut. You don't even have to be on camera. You see, my big face ass is not on camera tonight. So yeah, I just got for work. I'm tired. I got boogers in my eyes, my contacts sliding. It's a whole bunch of shit going on. But anyway, word to the wise is a like I tell you on my previous shows. Word to the wise is a raw, uncut advice show. I bring two podcasters on. This will be my third episode. I bring two podcasters on, and we just give our unsolicited advice on unsolicited advice and personal stories. The topics is always varied. The guests don't never know the topics until right before the show. And yo, hold on, I got a message already. Boom! What's up, bro? What's up, man? Hey, but yeah, like I said, guests never know the show until the topic of the show until we start. Like I said, man, it's never perfect. It's always crazy, and we always have a good time, man. So let me introduce my two guests I got here tonight, man. My two brothers in podcasts. Let me go ahead, Mr. JC. How you doing, brother? Okay, I guess you're doing good.
What's
I guess
up,
so.
Eric? Good to be with you again, man.
Hey, what's good, man? And
Can you not hear me?
this another. Yeah, I can hear you good. I can hear you now. Then I got
Okay,
another
cool.
brother down at the bottom right here, man. This dude right here make my mustache look like shit. But hey yo, Mr. Brandon Janeau, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm tired as a bitch, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm tired as hell. Just getting off of work. Shit. Got home. My son's laying across the couch. I had to make his ass go to bed. And then I said, "Fuck it." I know I started so late, man. I was in here eating some damn lasagna, trying to get my shit together. But anyway, man. First thing first. How both of y'all doing, man? How both of y'all feeling?
I'm doing good. Can't complain.
Cool.
Good, man.
What about
This
you,
heat wave's
JC? How
driving me
you?
nuts, though, man.
You said you got heat on your nuts? What?
Fuck what?
Yeah, I mean, you got heat. I mean, look, it's hot. We all them nuts get hot. I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all understand? I understand completely.
It's hot.
Hey, man.
Don't do
JC,
no
you in New York, right?
good, no way. I'm
You
doing
in New York,
okay.
right?
You know, we're dealing with it.
I think you're freezing up, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
You coming in and out, bro. You coming in and out.
No, I'm doing. Yeah, this.
Hold on, bro. Yeah. You
Okay.
might want to log on, come back in, Jay. Hey, Brandon, man,
All
back
right.
to you, bro. How you feeling, man?
I'm good. I can't complain. I'm good. How
What's
about
up?
you, man?
Shit, like I said, I'm alive, man. Like I said, just trying to make it. But when I say that I am stretched thinner than a white chick in the hood right now, I am stretched the fuck out right now, dude. I'm doing 300 things at one time, man, but trying to make it happen. Hey, yo, man.
Well, hey, man. Listen, the trying part is the main part.
Oh, man, if I could just figure out a way how to make this shit like make me rich or something, I'll be all right. If I can figure that out.
That's everybody complaining in the podcast. If I can make this shit work for me, boy, shit,
Right.
man. This shit, you feel like shit, man.
Man. Hey, boom, man. No, boom. I'm not a vegan. I keep trying. So let me tell y'all. My wife is a vegan. My wife's a vegan. I'm not a vegan at all. As big as I am, goddamn well, I'm not eating no damn lettuce. Look, my thing is, no. Well, I do eat vegan with my wife. I do eat vegan food with my wife. I'll try it. Some stuff is good. My wife's a vegan baker, So all her food is like completely like plant based, no milk, no eggs, but she make that shit taste amazing. Hold on. But no, man, but back, oh JC's back in. Hey JC, can you hear me? Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, can
I
you hear
know.
me better?
Okay, yeah, I got you now. There you go. I was waiting for you, boss. You finally got into the room. You were standing outside, but you finally opened the door.
What's the problem with this tonight?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. I mean, I told you, man, you gotta don't vote for Trump, man. That's why your internet is like it is, man.
What?
That's that Trump internet. That's that Trump internet, man. Y'all know what happened when Trump came. All right, man. So, all right, so
Yeah, but
anyway. Hey, anyway, man. So
It's too late for
yesterday,
this shit, Jack. You can't be doing that shit. It's too late for this shit, Jack.
That's why I say that this podcast is raw and unrated. You don't. I can say any damn thing. You can say what the fuck is coming to your mind. This is raw and unrated. Okay. Hey, no, man. Also, man. So I'm gonna get to a deep conversation before we get into the nice stuff. Damn, JC. Look now. Anyway. Yeah, this is why I say this shit ain't professional. It ain't professional with a damn. Brandon, this is not my regular show.
That's
Look at this shit, man. All right, JC, if you go out one more damn time, I'm gonna lock you outside. I'm tired of this shit, man.
You might have to cut off his Wi-Fi to get
yeah, man. Yeah, but normally it works for JC. JC normally works pretty good on StreamYard. Anyway, all right. So before we get started, I know yesterday was Father's Day. Hey, I know both of y'all lost your fathers. How was yesterday for y'all? Brandon, while we wait for JC.
It was weird. It was weird. Yeah, it was weird. That was the first Father's Day without my dad. So, he passed literally like in March. So that was the first one without him. So that shit was weird.
Right. But man, JC, I know you said it's been about 7 years for you, bro, since your father passed, right? Mm-hmm. I know. Right. I got you. Mm-hmm. So anyway,
yo, what the fuck? yo, bro, shit, yeah, bro.
But no, JC, we waited you, bro. When you ready, we ready, boss. JC, like, look, I'm gonna fuck this shit up. Anyway, hey, yo, man, but no, man, I just get just come on.
Okay, just take it serious, bro.
So before we get into what, man? What I do?
Nigga, that whole conversation. This nigga like, yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Hey, yo, man, I ain't did nothing. I ain't did nothing yet. I ain't do nothing. That's JC is my boy, man. Everybody knows JC is my boy. JC been on a lot of my shows.
God.
Hey, no, man. But anyway, back to the father thing, man. Yeah, man. I just want to check on y'all first, see how y'all was doing with that, bro. I know as a person who lost a parent, I know how sometimes it can be hard. I lost my mom almost. Oh wow, been almost 30 years now. It's been close to 30 years now. That's amazing. In 3 years, make 30 years. So yeah, so whatever that math is. It's too early in the morning for me to learn how to do some math. But so I just want to check on y'all and make sure that y'all okay first. And that's it. JC, can you hear me good?
yeah, I keep getting kicked. I'm not sure what's going on.
Oh, yeah, that's better. This is way better.
Clear. That was clear as hell.
You did that, man. You did that. Oh, yeah.
Clear.
So, yeah.
Go ahead, JC.
Going back to what you were asking earlier, it's Labor Day for me will be 17 years for my dad, and 17. Then the 30th of this month marks 3 years for my mom.
Oh wow. But I want to ask you, how are you feeling? Are you feeling okay?
Oh, this heat wave's driving me crazy, but that's pretty much par for the course.
That's all you need is a cold rag and them nuts. But look,
what?
I'm just here to help. I'm here to help and spread advice. This is an advice show. Hey, yo, so all right, man. Are y'all ready to get into the nice topic?
Yeah. He is a random dude. You gotta get me ready for that.
Y'all ready for the nice topic?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. So tonight's topic, man. Like I said, this is my advice show. We give our personal stories and what we've been through and how we overcame them and why the fuck we here anyway. So far on this podcast show, we have talked about fake friends. We have talked about relationships. So tonight we're talking about peer pressure. We're talking about, you know what I'm saying, have you ever felt that like you try to keep up with the Joneses, or you ever felt that you trying to be better than the next man, whatever. So I want to kick it all to both of y'all with this question. In your adult life, in both of y'all adult life,
Mm-hmm.
have y'all ever felt that y'all is being peer pressure to be something that you're not?
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, JC. What you got?
Yeah, I mean it happens. You know, I mean, I've had a situation not too long ago. Let's see, going on about 2 years. When I moved when my first roommate moved out, one of our mutual friends kind of pressured his way in. He was like he was going to help me, but then it turned into he was basically mooching off me, and it was just like I felt like I couldn't say nothing. You know, and then but it took a year and a half and finally got him and his girlfriend out of here. But peer pressure is kind of ageless, I think. You know, kids, teens, adults, we're all gonna face it at one point or another. Mm-hmm. But I mean, you want to be unique, but we're in a world where that can be a risky proposition in and of itself.
Brendan, same question for you, man. Have you been feeling peer pressure in your adult life?
Yeah. Then when I first got in the podcast world, when you got so many different people trying to pull you one way and this way and that way, and you got to realize at some point that like this is yours. And I think that's what we forget sometimes. Like, yo, this is mine. It's like I don't move like you move, and we forget that. I don't move like that's why it's peer pressure, because they look for the weaker minds. They try to make you do what they want you to do. So the ones that easily fall in line, they just gonna follow whatever the fuck somebody tell them to do. That's kind of how peer pressure works. Whatever I think I need you for, that's what I'm gonna use you for. So when I got in the podcast world, that's exactly what it was. It was definitely like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then you have to like be like, I don't move like this, and I damn sure don't move like that. So where the fuck do I lie? Like right. I don't like that. I don't move like this. I don't move like that. So where do I fit? And once you realize that, it's like, okay, that makes sense. All right, cool. Like and all this shit falls in line eventually.
Well, you know what, for me, man, like I said, I'm gonna jump on what you said about the podcast world, because I got several examples, but the podcast world is kind of different. You know what I'm saying? My first 2 seasons of me doing this podcast, like doing my regular show, it was all audio. You know, so I didn't know that motherfuckers. I didn't know there was this many motherfuckers in podcasting. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I did not know that it was billions of people doing podcasts when I first started. And then you realize COVID came and made everybody become a damn newscaster. So we all, so that's what we all jumped on it in COVID. Pause. Like I know somebody listening, like talking about jumping on. Anyway, y'all lame ass. Anyway, but I'm just saying though, like I said, so my first 2 seasons, yes, like I said, it was just straight audio. I didn't really like listen to nobody else's show. I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? I didn't go. I did little shows back then where you can audio shows and stuff. I never really paid attention to how people ran their shows. And by the time I started doing this YouTube and video stuff, and I get to meet everybody, meet all y'all and stuff, I'm like, damn, everybody got something different, and everybody got a damn crazy ass story they got to talk about. And everybody talking about fucking. I'm like, damn, I got some fucking stories, but god damn, I gotta reach back into my past. I'm a married man. I got right with Jesus. Like it's a lot going on
with Jesus.
I'm like,
Eric,
I like
I hear you 100%. what I haven't launched my podcast yet. That's coming in about a month or so. But I've been doing audience participation and guest spots on different podcasts for a couple of years. 1 year between you and Eric and Brian B.
Tyler, yeah,
and it's just like it's just been like the more people I see are doing this, the more I'm at first I was questioning whether or not it was going to be a good idea to jump into it, but then the more I've done it, I've done I've done your Tipsy, I've done your game nights, I've done Brian B's Live on the Line and wrestling show, I've done Navarro Miller. The more I've done it, the more I've enjoyed it, and so now getting ready to launch trial launch 2 web shows or podcasts. Looks like the middle part of next month. It's I'm making friends left and right. I just like Brandon, man. I just met you like 3 weeks ago, if that.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon.
I've known you, Eric, for coming up on a year.
Damn, it's been a year.
Well,
I could have sworn
it was a year ago Father's Day that Eric or that Brian did Navarro Miller as a guest, and then I was his guest with you and Kyle Eric that fall.
Damn.
So it's coming. It's coming up on a
year. You know what? After all y'all became one big ass person. I don't know who the fuck what time I met y'all. All y'all just one goddamn. I met y'all one day. I'm here. But not joking around, man. Yeah. Everybody cool, man.
Yeah.
But
that's the thing about this podcast, right? Is like you get one side, and that was exactly what it was. It was like one side, you see how people move, and you're like, okay, that's cool, but where the fuck do I fit in? like, because I don't
But you know what, man?
Mix with this. So where do I fit in? And I think that's the beauty of it. Like, you got to step away and realize what you bring to the table. Right. And like I said, eventually people will fuck with it. It's not like, because they fucked with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like they fucked with you. Like so clearly it's something, that you're doing that people want to hear. But you gotta get out of. And I gotta stop saying you gotta get out of it. It's more so you gotta know what you are before you can even give that perspective. Sometimes because sometimes you just jump into paying attention
and what you have to contribute.
That's really what it is. Just like knowing your own work, because that's peer pressure. Right? Like peer pressure is like you don't know your worth, so they can easily take you and make you into whatever they want you to be. That's peer pressure. Because they think you're weak, and they can take advantage of that. So, and that's the thing. So, yeah, in this podcast world, like I've been doing this going on 5 years in September. So yeah, I got some stories. I got some.
Hey, so here's my
not doubt that.
Here's my thing, Tony. Here's my thing I want to say too, though. So we talking about how like we feel pressure to trying to fit in, I guess, trying to fit in this world. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, don't get wrong. Without my example about sex is one thing. I love talking about screwing, but I always want to talk about. It's more facets to me than just this. Just one subject. You know what I'm saying? I know my show is random thoughts. It don't have a set demographic that I'm going for. I'm trying to go for everything. You know what I'm saying? And my show is like I said, I can talk about gospel today. I can talk about fucking tomorrow. Like it's all gonna happen. But
that's a weird spectrum. They go from Jesus to
Brandon. No, it's not. It's not weird. Because when you fucking, the first thing you say is, "Oh God, oh God, oh God." So let's not act like let's be real. Anyway, back to the story.
So you preaching truth, brother. Trust me on that one.
Okay, I'm just saying though. I mean, either you say "Oh God" because it feels good, or you say "Oh God" because you caught a crap in the back of your leg. Look, like I was saying,
got a whole Charlie horse in the shit.
And Lord knows that is the worst feeling in the world. But
I get out of that. Drink water, hydrate.
Nigga, that's easy for you to say, nigga, you skinny. Look, nigga, we already sweating.
Yeah, you're the beanpole of the three of us, dude.
Mother, we start sweating. We start sweating before we even put it in. We're like, ooh. Anyway, back to the topic, man. Even with trying to feel like you peer pressure, try to fit in. Have anybody ever and Brandon, you've been doing this for a while now, and I brought this up on a post I did a while back. Has anybody ever feel peer pressure to quit, like to quit doing this? Well, Jason, how you ever feel peer pressure to just like, yo, I don't think I'm fit in, like
not where this is concerned, but
mm-hmm.
With my performing arts avocations, I'm an actor singer, amateur actor singer, and there was a time, and ironically it was right after my dad died. I was in rehearsal for a production of Frankenstein, and then I had a production of Christmas Carol right after. Like as soon as we closed, we changed sets and we opened like 2 or 3 weeks after. And in between, people were saying maybe you should take time. But another example of peer pressure that happened for me within that time was drinking. Back because I was in like my mid-20s when that happened. And I was a social drinker. I was one of those people. I could go to a bar for karaoke, have a couple of beers, I was fine. If I did more than that, I was in trouble. I knew my limits, but it got to the point where they were like, people that were around me were like, this will help you, keep your mind off what you're going through. And yes, I needed to keep my mind off it to focus on what we were trying to do. But by the same token, that wasn't the way to do it. And I learned that the hard way. I still wound up doing both shows, but after I did both shows, I did take a 2-year hiatus before my next play, just to kind of center with them.
So was it that you hit rock bottom from it, and you were like, "Look, I gotta regroup"?
I got so caught up in doing, because I wasn't only acting, I was also co-producing, and well, not in the respect of being helping out with the publicity. So I was going, I was doing that and helping my mom run a 16-unit motel all at the same time. So I didn't really have any time for myself except super late at night.
Right.
One of the reasons I'm a night owl now. But it got to the point when I had finished that, basically what amounted to 3 months of September, we opened in October, closed Halloween, and then we opened the weekend after Thanksgiving with Christmas Carol. Almost 4 months of nonstop being somebody else, and in Christmas Carol's case, 7 somebody else's.
Damn.
Yeah, it was crazy, but I got so lost in it, caught up in what I was doing that I wasn't myself. That when it came to a close, when we closed Christmas Carol, I literally lost myself in, who the hell am I? Where the hell am I? And it took me a good few months just being away from all that, and just focusing on helping my mom with the business, and trying to get myself right, which I'm still working on. But it came to a point where I even had to step away from singing for a while, which is something that I love doing, as you know, Eric. I've done 2 of your tipsies now, so. And this last one was an absolute blast. I got to say it.
Appreciate it, man.
But yeah, it just came to a point where I needed to just step back, focus on family, focus on the business, and focus on being there for my mom, because we didn't have anybody. Because by the time my dad died, my mom's family was in Washington, and my dad's was in Montana. And, we were basically down to her brother his wife, my cousin, and then my first, second, and third generation cousins in Montana. We didn't have anybody as far as family that was
Right.
there on a regular.
Right. Right.
We'd hear from them on a regular, but they weren't there. So it was,
Okay.
you know, the family had to become the focus for a while. The family and the family business.
I understand completely. Brandon, for you, like you said, you doing this 5 years. So you ever feel peer pressure to quit doing podcasting?
Yeah, that's mainly me. I mean, it's my own peer pressure on myself. Because, you know, I always say, like, I always look for a way out. Never, like, you know, so, yeah, I've always put, like, peer pressure on myself to, like, all right, if this ain't working, then you got to look for something else to do. And we kind of forget that sometimes. We put ourselves in certain situations because we just, like, this shit need to hurry up now. This need to speed up the process now. And then sometimes we just don't get it done. And then it's like, well, fuck it, then I'd rather not just do it. Like, but I've been trying to quit this shit for 5 fucking years, and it still hasn't worked. So clearly something's up.
Hey, you know what, man? You know, but the truth is, man, I'll tell you about it. Like, I talked to a lot of people over the last few months, man, and a lot of people were like, yo, they want to quit this shit. They don't want to do it no more. Yeah. And they're like, it's not, nobody's heart centered no damn more. So let me tell you all this right here. If you want to do it, just do it, man. Fuck what anybody else say. Keep doing it.
That's the thing. Like, I think it, like I always say this is the only thing I haven't really just like walked the fuck up and just like, yep, I'm done. Like, I still pay for Zoom. I'm like, I play for Zoom. Like, I like, it's like, fuck it. I just might as well do it. Like, it's just to the point. Like, now it's just like, and now I got so many other things I could do with it. It's like I got this series and this series and then this series. And when I feel like talking personal and doing personal shit, I do the personal shit. like. But mostly it's like I got music, and then I can talk about sports, and then I can talk about this and that, and that's the beauty of it. Sometimes people don't have, like you said, they're one-dimensional. Sometimes they don't really have anything as what they want to talk about, and once they get past that, it's like, well, I didn't talk about every damn topic that came with. Like, there's nothing else I can say, and then that's when you start looking around and seeing what you can do. But it's like the game has passed you by.
Right.
You know, like it's like sports. It's like it's only so long the veteran can be the damn top dog, and then it's just like, nah, these young motherfuckers just got it. I can't keep up. Like, I can't keep up.
You know what, man? I'm gonna say this right here too. Because like you said, peer pressure for real. I've seen what really gets me sometimes. You see the success of other people, and you're like, damn, what the fuck? I wish I had that shit. I wish I could do that. And I was like, yo, but the thing is, I had to realize that I'm not putting the same amount of effort they're putting in. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this started off as my hobby. Podcasting started off as being a hobby for me. You know what I'm saying? I like, yo, something to get away from my real life a little bit. I can come on here, I can vent, talk shit, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then go back. It's like this is my Clark Kent to my Superman. You know what I'm saying? For anybody in the magazine nerd shit. Like, I'm into that shit sometime on the weekends. But look, you know what I'm saying? But this was I'm able to vent on, but also have our identity outside.
Phone booth.
So what?
Is the podcast the phone booth?
No, this laptop is the phone booth.
Okay.
Yes, you know, once I get on this motherfucker, that's it. It's a whole. You see Eric G. It's not Eric Green no more. It's Eric G right now.
No, it isn't your phone booth, Eric. It's your sounding board, because you got to release shit now and then. You got to have a way to do it that's safe and doesn't cause any kind of backlash.
Well, either way you look,
you're not taking your shit on other people.
Well, either way you look at my drawers on the outside. Look, what I was saying was, this is my shit. Back to peer pressure, man. Back to peer pressure. So I'm gonna tell you my personal thing real quick, man. I think through each point in my life, I face a different type of peer pressure. You know what I'm saying? I face a different type of who I want to be. You know what I'm saying? I think in my 20s, especially in my early 20s, y'all, I was this biggest thing, my biggest conflict. And I remember putting it down one day. It's like being the man I want to be versus the man I have to be. You know what I'm saying? Being the man I want to be versus being the man I have to be. Like, when in my early 20s, man, yo, all my friends was in the streets.
I have been there,
these niggas All these niggas was wilding out, drinking, partying, fucking doing this. We making music all night, having the best goddamn life of your the best damn time, the best damn time. But I remember back then, I was like, yo, the man I have to be is shit. I'm the only nigga with a house, so I gotta pay these damn bills.
Hey,
Like I bought my first house when I was 20. So I'm like, I'm the only nigga with a house. I got bills to pay. I gotta go home. I gotta go to work in the morning. So I gotta leave. And I was like, yo, the man I want to be is the nigga that I want to be one of the hood niggas like everybody else. And I keep saying niggas, but being honest, y'all know. But I want to be like, I wanted to be that at the time. I wanted to be that. I was doing music and all this. So I want to be that. But at the same time, like, shit, I got responsibilities. And that's in my 20s. Then as I got older, I had to change again between man I want to be versus man I have to be. Like I'm in relationships now. I mean, I'm in my late 20s that me and my wife got together. I said now I gotta be a dad now because I got two boys on just watching me. You know what I'm saying? Part of me still want to party, not knowing that my ass will go to sleep in the club in a minute. I'm tired, but but that was the peer pressure of everything, man. And then like I said, now I'm in my mid 30s. I'm in my mid 30s, man. Like yo, the man, what the peer pressure I got now is like trying to be everything for my family. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure that everybody's taken care of. And as a man, we don't talk about is you feel so much pressure on you that you can't release it. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, like I said, I'm still trying to work my swing shift job. I'm still trying to make my cooking happen on the side. Still trying to make this podcast drop off. I got to make sure my wife is taken care of. I got to make sure two boys are taken care of. I got to make sure my household is taken care of. Like it's a lot of pressure I put on myself, but at the same time, I feel like I have to. If that makes sense, right?
And absolutely.
So question to y'all, man. What was a past? We're gonna have fun with it. What was something stupid that you were peer pressured to doing back in the day? We old as shit now. Don't give a damn how small Brandon is. What was a what was a peer pressure what was something stupid that you was peer pressured to doing back in the day? JC, you want to go?
No, go ahead, Brandon.
Oh damn.
He got to think on it. That's the crazy part. He's like, oh shit, let me think about this shit. I was like, he's like, what story I could go with that's not gonna get me like canceled or some shit. Hold on, let me.
Man, fuck. on this show, you can get canceled. It's the late night show. You can say what you want to say. But Brandon, what was something stupid you did back in the day that was you peer pressure into doing?
The crazy part is nothing. Nobody really fucked with me. I was quiet. Nobody fucked with me. I was sleeping in class most of the fucking days. Nobody talked to me like that. Yeah, I was nobody. There was no peer pressure. I didn't fuck with nobody. It's like I ain't talk to nobody.
I got you.
I stayed to myself. Yeah.
JC, I know you'd have thought of something.
It really depends. It really depends on the time in life. I think if I went back to like my high school days, I would say specifically my freshman year, I was a nerd. I was a Star Trek geek. And I actually met John Delancey, who plays Q, through a club at the school.
Mm-hmm.
But I was always getting pressure. You need to go out for sports. You need to drop this club, do this, and I did. I dropped it for a while and did not.
Hold on, JC. Hold on a second. Alua, wake your ass up, girl. Wake your ass up. Thank you for tuning in. We're having a good time over here. We're talking about peer pressure. So, Alua, if you got anything that's on your mind, you want to jump on the show, you want to say anything, let me know. It's always open to whoever want to say anything. We answer all questions, no matter how crazy, wild, or freaky they are. We are going to answer those questions tonight. It's going to be here. JC is going to show nipples. Let's get it.
What? What?
I knew something was going to come like that. I knew it. But yeah, I had that my freshman year, and I did actually leave the group and did Knowledge Bowl for a semester, just to kind of shut all the BSers up. As an adult, I'd have to say the worst one was gambling, and that was when I was working on the Donnie and Marie show in Vegas.
Oh shit!
That was a lot of the. My cousin was on the set crew, and I would fill in for him a few weeks a year.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up doing that for 8 years, and some of the other the troop dancers would go out after the show and after the meet and greet, and they would want to gamble, or they would want to gamble on our night off, which was Mondays. And for a while I did, but then I got myself in some serious shit with that, and I was like, I had to wake up. I had
Tell
to
us about the
literally.
mob. Tell us about the mob. The
No,
mob did what?
not so much that, but I almost we talked about relationships when we were on Brian B, and I was living with my then fiance, and I when like we got in a fight once, and I ended up moving out to this pay by the week apartment style hotel, and I almost lost my place to live because I lost some. I spent some of the money gambling.
Damn.
I mean, I was literally relying on like what we got to eat before and after the show for a few days because things were that tight after paying the rent and the Wi-Fi charges. So yeah, I've been it's been different things, you know. And that's one thing I like about my situation now. Now I live alone. Now I'm not fully, but I'm getting to be more of my own boss, you know.
Right.
And you know that has its pluses and its minuses. So does living alone, for that matter. But you know, it's not as bad as it was. But it's, you know, different examples of it do pop up from time to time.
And you know, I appreciate you telling that too, man. Be honest, I'll be all just side. Like I said, I gamble now. I do gamble now, but not as bad. And I tried, and my biggest thing is like, look, I gotta cut that shit out because, yo, once I spend a bill money, I gotta fight this damn woman and these kids in this house. Like, I can't. I gotta get this shit together. You know what I'm saying? So I had to really cut back on it. My wife was on my ass about it too. So I appreciate you telling that story, man.
Yeah.
So if I go for myself, if I gotta say peer pressure, over dumbass peer pressure. All right, so like, you know, and again, this is going back to being the man I want to be versus the man I am. So at one point, so here's my thing is, so when I was a kid, after my mom passed, you know, so my mom passed when I was 7 years old, right for my 8th birthday. And I remember we moved to the new town. We moved to not new town, we still staying in Henderson. The Henderson's still the hood, but we moved across the train tracks. So we moved across the railroad tracks, and so mind you, before then, I never got into no fights. I was my mama's baby, you know what I'm saying? So I was sheltered. My brother's the hood dude. So we moved across the tracks into the little hoods of my grandma. And yo, I remember I got there. When I got out there, man, I'm trying to be all nice and nerdy and cool and shit. Have a box haircut and all that. I'm red bones, so you already know what's gonna happen. Dude, they whooped my ass my first damn week there. And I said, yo, I was never gonna let that happen again. And my thing was with peer pressure, I was peer pressure to be more of a hood dude at the time, trying to grow up be a hood kid. And I mean, I got in plenty fights, y'all. Plenty damn fights. If y'all go to my show, The Truth, I'll tell you that. I've been in plenty fucking fights. But one thing I ended up doing was, and I wouldn't say peer pressure, I guess is, well, trying to fit in. I guess it's called trying to fit in. In my teen years, I decided I'm gonna join a gang. I'm gonna join a gang. And you see how square I am now. You're like, you join a gang? Yeah. So I called myself.
Yeah, I can't see that. Yeah.
Let me tell y'all. I'll tell you, if y'all see that if you listen to my show, The Truth, you see the difference between Eric then and Eric now. If you listen to the show, The Truth, you'll know there's a big difference. It's my storytelling show. You watch me go from being the hood dude to the suburban dad. It's two different versions. But when I was a teenager, I decided to join the gang, right? And it wasn't like the Bloods or Crips was some real shit. It was some damn hood, like neighborhood gang shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, and Jason, I don't know if y'all ever had a neighborhood gang. Like every neighborhood had their own gang. So
I've got one now.
You in a neighborhood gang at your big old age?
No, there is one in my neighborhood.
Oh shit, I believe it. But anyway, so we joined this neighborhood gang, man. And I remember I'm sitting there, man. I remember that all they did was smoke weed. All they did was smoke weed, play basketball, and talk about niggas they want to jump. And I was sitting there, and I remember I was sitting there one day, and I remember my brother found out I was smoking weed, so he called me going the hell off. My brother's in the streets. He called me going the hell off. And I remember I'm sitting there one day, I'm listening to everybody watching people pass the blunt around. We playing basketball, whatever. And I was like, this shit is lame as hell. This is like, nigga, this ain't for
You
me.
gave
Man.
up on the street life before you even gave
No.
up.
I was
Fuck
out
this
there
shit.
for a minute. No, I was out there for a minute, man. I was out there for a minute, but being a hood dude, like, man, this shit ain't for me. We talking about girls. We always talking about girls we trying to fuck that we ain't fucking. Or we talking about who we gonna jump, who's no saying who's smoking, who got weed, who doing this already. I'm like, man. And I remember sitting there like, man, this ain't my damn life, man. It's fun for a little bit, but then after a while, like, I'm gonna get my ass beat at home by my dad just for this shit right here, man. God damn it. And I remember, man, I slowly pulled myself away from everybody, man, and became my own person. And plus, I couldn't jump no damn body, man, because if I jump you and you jump me, we gonna fight. We got a problem. I'm gonna have to shoot you. But I'm just saying that what it was for me. I did feel peer pressure to try to fit in. And that was my biggest thing I think I had on and off throughout my life is trying to fit in. Trying to be, like I said, the man I wanted to be versus the man I am. I was trying to fit in a lot. And that was the biggest problem I had over the years. You know
that's
what I'm saying?
the world we live in now, right? I mean, that's the world we live in now. Too many people trying to figure out who they are. And you just falling in line to whatever the fuck people are telling you to be.
Right.
So
right.
Trying to fall in with the proverbial status quo when that isn't always the best move.
So my last question is before we go to the break real quick. How did you get yourself from being out of other people's shadows and being your own person? Is there a certain age level? Do you feel like it's a certain mind frame? How did you get yourself from being under other people's shadows to being your own person? Or when? I'm sorry. How or when?
I think for me, it was for most things. It was probably in my late 20s. I mean, there's still things now that I struggle with when it comes to trying to live up to others' expectations.
Right.
Whether that person is here or not. And by here I mean physical plane. But I'd say I was probably in my mid-20s before I was just like, you know what? No, I can't. This is ridiculous. You know, I'm not being true to my own my dreams, my true self. And it came in phases for me. I mean, first it was my orientation. I had the usual issues people run into with that. And then it was what I was going to do professionally. My dad, he wanted me to follow in his footsteps and work for the same firm he did. When that became clear it wasn't going to happen, that's when our relationship turned toxic. Because it was always that back and forth. So you're going to go. I was going to go into journalism originally, but then 9/11 hit, and I'm like, screw this. I switched to theater arts. And
you didn't want to get kidnapped by the surgeons?
No, I just didn't want to put myself as out there into dangerous, volatile situations. But when I changed to theater arts, it was like, he was like, this is a go nowhere, and you need to live, you need to do this, you need to go work for these people, and it was that way, unfortunately, up until he passed. Every time I did an audition, there was a fight. If I sang at a church, there was a fight. And I as a father son, I love the guy, but honestly, there were times things were so bad it was like Springer on crack. I mean, I'll give you an example. We went camping one time, and he was trying to pressure me into smoking because he was a chain smoker. And then I told him, I said, I have an audition in a couple of days, and it was for Frankenstein. And he's like, no, you're not going to do that. I'll make sure you can't get there. I took off. I literally left the cabin and I walked 6 miles to a boot camp, prison camp, before somebody caught up with me and took me home. I was that mad.
Damn. All right. Brandon, for you, same question, man.
For me personally, I think like when I was a kid, like I just, my brother is more popular with people than I am. I am antisocial as shit. I do not like being around a lot of people. I don't like talking to a lot of people. So I knew that when I was young. Like I didn't like being around too many people. So my brother was definitely that. So we are completely the opposite.
Me and my brother is too.
We are completely the fucking opposite, and that's just how it goes. So when people see me, they think I'm him. And as soon as they start talking to me, like, and they realize immediately, man, you look like this guy I know. Yeah, my brother Ricky. Yeah, I know.
Like, you know what, man? Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I seen a picture of your brother on online, man. Y'all look just alike. You're right.
You look alike. So it's just like that, but we're different. So I've known for years that like me and him are different. We do not operate the same. And that's the thing. Like my dad's personality, that's my brother. My dad was easygoing, was always out there, always going out. I am completely the opposite. I look like my father, but I do not share any of his traits when it comes to personality.
You know, I give y'all this right here. Your mama jeans did not have a fighting chance because both of y'all niggas look just like that, man. Right.
Yeah, but that's the thing, like, so, but yeah, it's just like, man, like, but that's us. Like I knew when I was a kid, like, I'm not him. Like I don't want to be in the clubs. I don't want to be around too many people. I like being by myself. That I'm cool with that shit. I learned that when I was a kid, and I used to play Nintendo.
You're more the introvert than anything.
Like when parties used to happen, I used to be in the house playing Nintendo 64. I'm like, yeah, y'all jam, y'all do y'all shit. I'll be in the house playing Nintendo 64. I'm good. I was like, and then you in that, and that's just how I was, and that's been me since I was a kid. Like like, so when you ask, like, how the hell do you get out of that shadow of somebody like that? When you realize who you are, you can easily get out of it because you like, you move your way, I move mine. That's the hardest thing with people nowadays. Is like people want you to be robotic. They want you to all move the same. They want you to all think the same. They want you to be that.
Go there.
The moment you fucking realize I am not a fucking robot, I think and move my way for me. That's when the fuck you start to get the fuck out of shit. Like this world we live in now. All these motherfuckers are a bunch of AIs. Realize you're a human being, please, before you fuck up and just end up somewhere you ass not supposed to be.
Hey, I respect that 100%, man. Hey, for me, and like you said, I'm heavy on like find out who you are. Let me be honest with you, man. I think it was about my 20s when I found out who I was, man. But I had to go through a lot of BS to get to who I am. You know, so I had to go through a whole lot of BS. And I remember one thing about talking about peer pressure. And it's not even about peer pressure, because I understand what you said about both of y'all said about your dads. Well, my dad thing was, it wasn't that my dad was trying to peer pressure me. I think he wanted me to have a better outcome. You know what I'm saying? He wanted me to try to go the right way, because so here's my thing is, in high school, man, I kind of failed myself because I was going through depression too. Because by the time I graduated high school, I've lost almost everybody around me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody around me had died, moved away. Like I was like lost mentally. And I was still hanging out. And here's my thing is, this goofy nigga you see right here, I've been this guy forever. I've always been loud and goofy. This is just how I am. But what I did was I was loud and goofy to hide my pain.
We love about you, man.
Yeah, don't say, but I was loud and goofy to hide my pain though. I was loud and goofy because if I felt if you see me being like sad, it's weak. I'm weak. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't let nobody see me be weak. And I think matter of fact, it's up to my wife. To be honest with you, that I was able to show somebody like a sad version of me. Like that what got me, and I went through a whole cancer scare and all this other mess. So to go through there and she asked for me to break down in front of her, I almost died. Like y'all don't understand. And then I cried at my wedding. So that was really a whole nother story. Anyway, but my thing, I remember my dad had he wanted me to go to the Navy really bad. Okay, like, look, you ain't going to college, you ain't applying yourself to college. I did get a scholarship, but it wasn't enough money. He said, you ain't going to college, you're gonna go to the Navy, because he went to the Navy. And I went to enlist in the Navy. Y'all, I enlisted 3 times to get into the Navy. and the reason why it's 3 times because I did not want to do it. I was like, the first time I went, I was like, man, I'm gonna do this right here. They're like, well, you need to lose some weight. I lost 60 pounds, came back in the best shape of my life. As I'm sitting there taking the ASVAB test, I'm like, man, I don't really want to do this no more. So I failed the ASVAB test. Do you know these people gave me the answers to the damn test? So they gave me the answers, and I still say I left and never came back. Then halfway through it, I became homeless. I became homeless at one point in time. Like, shit, I might need to go to the Navy. I might need to go to the Navy. went back to the Armed Forces office. The Navy office was closed, so I was mad as hell. But over that time frame though, I was like, yo, I got to figure out what I'm gonna do with my life and who I am and how I'm gonna make it. And it took a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication to me trying to like separate myself from everybody. And that's what I think my podcast shows now is me separate myself from everybody. To find who I am. You know what I'm saying? I don't fit into everybody's mood. I don't fit into trying to be a part of the crowd. I can be nerdy, I can be fun, I can be cool, I'm all of that in one. You know what I'm saying? And I had to learn that it took me a lot of years to get to where I'm at now, where I'm comfortable with who I am and what my situation is. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I got over it. Time heals, and that's how I got over it. So let me go ahead and do this quick song we got real quick, because I always take a break, do a song, come back, and we're gonna give advice to one of my random stories coming in. So
that sounds crazy.
Let's go ahead and do.
Keep out the dark. Suddenly, not all these bitches wanna fuck me. Suddenly, I'm a young nigga getting money. Suddenly, not all these niggas wanna hang with me. It's crazy how I'm in the wild, but I keep that thing with me. Suddenly, not all these bitches wanna fuck me. Suddenly, I'm a young nigga getting money. Suddenly, not all these niggas wanna hang with me. It's crazy how I'm in the wild, but I keep that thing with me. It's crazy, right? I know it's crazy how all these bitches wanna fuck me, they tryna have my baby. Ironically, the nigga got played that try to play me. I'm a big nigga in Paris, but I'm not Jay-Z. No, I'm not Ye, but I still be precious shit like what he say. Hell nah, he can't come this way. Chopper shooter HD, put his ass on display. Like where he play, that's exactly where he lay. Hit my knees, gotta pray before I lay. Thanking God for every day, cause he got a nigga straight. Now these bitches wanna play, why these niggas wanna hate? Fucking grab a cake, then I get the spraying at his place. They say I'm an asshole, but I don't get no fucks. Give a bitch long dick like a semi-truck. If a nigga wanna play, we got the semi-tuck. I got my money up, so tell them run it up. Suddenly, not all these bitches wanna fuck me. Suddenly, I'm a young nigga getting money. Suddenly, not all these niggas wanna hang with me. It's crazy how I'm in the wild, but I keep that thing with me. Suddenly, not all these bitches wanna fuck me. Suddenly, I'm a young nigga getting money. Suddenly, not all these niggas wanna hang with me. It's crazy how I'm in the wild, but I keep that thing with me. Keep low. The Don Juan.
All right. Right, bring everybody back in. All right, so real quick, this is Keyblo the Don. Keyblo the Don is a 25-year-old independent artist, straight out of West Palm Beach, Florida. He draws inspiration from local rappers, Soda Baby, Sauce Walker, Lil Fat, and more. Known for creating down south bangers, Keyblo brings unique and energetic sounds to the music scene. Keyblo the Don is gonna be one of my future local spotlight artists. I'm gonna be interviewing for my music show, my underground music show, man. Salute to Keyblo. Yo, man, keep doing your thing, man. I heard a lot of your music, man. Also, his mother is Successful Toy from the Successful Toy podcast. Check her out, man, on all platforms. Man, I had a great time on her show. Anyway, so let's get back into the thing. So this section right here tonight, right? This section right here is the end of it all. I read stories. Okay, I read a story where people asking for advice, and I let my guests give their honest advice, honest unsolicited advice. Some stories are submitted, some stories I find online. I just want to see how would y'all view this? Okay, so the title of this story here called "Help Me, I Tested Positive for Chlamydia."
What the fuck? What?
All right, then let's get it.
All right, let's go. I guess.
So, I'm gonna try to summarize everything in a short paragraph. Into the short story. I developed abdominal pain 1 month ago, which lasted 3 hours. I tested my urine MSU, that means blood and urine. There was no bacterial growth, aka no UTI. Dipstick urine over the course of a month after the initial on-site of the abdominal pain to see if the blood resolves. The blood resolve. The blood remains. Basically, he bled. And he was pissing and blood came out his pee. Blood was coming out while he was peeing. Okay. He went to the doctor 4 days ago due to slight constant discomfort developed in penis. Yes, his meat was hurting. His meat was fried. All right, MSU did show blood in the urine. I mean, listen, MSU. I mean, his piss results showed blood in the urine. He's awaiting the STI results. He's not sure if he got an STI, but he do know he got blood in his piss. I said it don't bother. Hold on, don't bother. Wait a minute. I said don't bother as they asked him, do he want to take a STI test? He refused. He said don't do it because he's in a committed relationship. But they did suggest that she get tested. 2 days ago, it worsened. Stinking. He had a worsened stinging sensation, cloudy urine, and some discharge from penis, leaking and itchy sensation along the tip. STI results still not back by this point. He saw a doctor this morning. He was given one course of antibiotics. He was taken in the morning. He was suggested. Is the way he wrote the shit kind of like funny. He was suggested to get a bladder scan and a urine test and another urine test for his bladder to see he had cancer. Both of the tests he was arranged both the tests, and he got his upcoming like test for his cancer stuff. This evening he went to work. He checked his STI results, and finally the results finally came in. He did STI results. He did an STI test, and it finally came back in. He was positive for chlamydia. He left work. He left work straight away and broke down as he was walking to his car. Not doing well mentally, he said. What's the likelihood that my partner has cheated on me? He says. I'm seeing her tomorrow. I'm going to sit down with her. I'm going to sit down with her and have a very serious discussion. How do I even approach this matter? I'm in distraught. What do I even do? Please guide me through this. What should I do? What should I ask? How do I know if she's being honest? What is your advice? Anybody want to go? Is anybody? I'm gonna let y'all got this. He finally he is tested positive for chlamydia, and he said he didn't even want to even ask his girlfriend to get tested because he's like, look, she's committed. We're committed. So he asked us the first question is, how do he approach her? How should he approach her?
The first thing that comes to me really is because and this is gonna be a challenge for you, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. But be calm about it. Be like, hey, we need to have a talk. Can you please sit down? Don't come across accusatory. Just say, hey, this is I want to tell you what I've been going through that you didn't know about. and then and then explain it. Try not to be too graphic about it. But when it comes down to when you want to ask questions, again, don't come across like you're jumping to conclusions. That will backfire faster than anything. Second, come at it from like, do you have this kind of thing in your history? Have you ever had an STD of any kind? Watch, but watch how you couch that, because again, that could come across as being harsh.
Okay.
But I tell you, the one thing I would definitely recommend to him is to be gentle about it. Gentle but direct. But keep it. Make sure you're not. She knows, or she can sense, because women can sense more than we think. Make sure she can sense that you are coming at this from a supportive, not a supportive, loving position, not one of accusation and rage, or upset or anger. And just take it slow, and just work off her answers. That's the best you can do. Okay. Base your next question off her previous answer.
All right. So hold on. So Brandon, I'm gonna ask you this question. Before you answer this question again, I left something out. So he's 28, she's 27. They've been dating for 8 months. But prior to them being dating for 8 months, he haven't been with nobody. He haven't had sex with nobody else for 6 years prior. He's been for 8 months. Now he's pissing fire. He's pissing blood and fire. How did he approach his girlfriend, Brandon?
Well, I mean, I'm with JC. Don't go in so aggressive, because you pissing blood and fire out your penis. You kind of like that. The aggressive shit just kicks in at some point. I'm just assuming you go full rage and just try to choke the shit out of somebody. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, you can't go too aggressive. I think you can't go too aggressive, but at the same time, if you know you've not been with anybody for 6 fucking years, that's amazing strength, my guy. I gotta say that first off. That's amazing. That shit's amazing.
I mean, he probably beat that bitch like you owe him money though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Motherfucker right hand is strong.
and then
right hand is strong.
And then you get and then you say you guys are in a committed relationship. Either she had it before and she never told you, or she fucking with somebody else. So it's either or, because either she's been had it and she just never told you, or she's been fucking somebody else. So I don't know, because I know I said calm, but you gonna flip out eventually. We all know it. You gonna flip the fuck out eventually. We know it.
I got you.
Because there's either 2 ways you can move off this, and it's not good either way it goes. Like, it's not good for the situation, regardless of how you move off of it. Because you can come in as calm. I've seen a lot of people come in calm and end up in handcuffs. Hey, shit happens.
That would be me. So let me go ahead and say this real quick. Let me get my advice, guys. I guess we've been on for hours. I gotta get off it. Whew, Lord. So to tell the truth, okay? To tell the truth, brother, the best way to do is to have a conversation over the phone.
Yeah.
Say, look, I think it's best. I think we need to have a conversation. This is real serious to me, and I need a yes or no answer from you. And I suggest her to be as honest as she can. No matter if it hurt his feelings, be as honest as you can, because the more he feel like you're lying, the more he's gonna ridicule you. And that's the truth. And here's another thing a lot of people don't understand, though, that anything that looks abnormal with your meat, you ready to kill some damn body. That's the truth. If anything, you look down and that mother don't look back at you and smile, it don't look right. Something ain't right. Okay. So I'm letting you know you ready to die if it looks abnormal. And then piss and blood is even worse.
The piss and fire part is the piss. Oh, the piss and blood. I'm sorry, that's worse.
Yeah. So that means too. But so they let me know that whoever had it for a long time.
Yeah.
He had it for 6 years, and he didn't. If he had it for 6 years, he didn't tell her. She had it, she didn't tell him. But then on top of that means if she had, that means she's been pissing blood, or she has been having a tingle sensation that she haven't told him about. But I think it's to be as honest you can. Go get your medicine and just get it before it get too late. That's the best advice I can give you on that. The next question was real quick. Here we get through this. The next question I got is, we just got him through it. What is there any question you think he should ask? JC,
is there any question he should ask?
He should ask. And what's a question that he should ask to help this flow pretty smoothly?
Well,
I mean, even though his piss is not flowing smoothly, but
I'm about to say that's kind of the problem here. It's not flowing smoothly. That's kind of the fucking problem.
Right.
God damn, man.
Before you ask anything, I would make sure that you guys are in a situation where you're not going to be interrupted. That's going to come in handy. But as far as questions go, honestly, again, I would explain what I've been going through. Ask, and this is going to sound crazy, but ask her if she's had any kind of similar issues recently since it has started. But the other question you got to ask, or at least consider asking, is there anything going on in your life I don't know about?
Oh wow!
If you're in a committed relationship, y'all know pretty much everything 9 times out of 10.
But his thing is they've been dating for 8 months. You don't know nobody like in that 8 months. 8 months, you still talk to that representative. You don't know nobody for real. You just know you just know it feels good. That's all you know. That it feels good in 8 months.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? That's the truth.
It clearly is not. The tingling sensation afterwards is telling you it's not that person. It's not that good.
Hey, yo, man. So here's my thing is too, man. What the ask is, bitch, do you want a coffin or a cremation? If which one will come first? But also be genuinely honest. Ask her, just say, ma'am, look, ma'am, I think we need a conversation. Are you first question is, have you been sleeping around? And she get all in that. What you talking about? What you talking about? That's when you better do it on the phone, because my initial reaction will be throw this chair at you. So I think that you should. I seriously think that you should just be honest. Just be honest. I don't know what else to ask. It's like I'm real honest. I'm straight to the point. I'm like, yo, are you burning? Like, that's my first question. Are you burning? Like,
are you burning?
That's my first. That's my first question. I don't got nothing else to say. I'm pissing blood. I ain't got time to waste. I'm pissing blood. You got me thinking I got cancer. You got me thinking I got cancer. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this calmly.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. All logic goes out the window once you start saying piss and blood. Like, all logic, you're blinded by that point. Like,
I'm like, you pissing blood. You can't. Yeah, you got to check. Yeah, you get. Yeah, I don't know what to say on that, man.
Yeah, there's no conversation. I'm so like, man. This is a terrible thing because there's no conversation needed. I'm like, I know I didn't have a shit.
So hold on. Wait a minute. He gives. All right. So hold on. He gives an update. Okay.
Okay.
Let me get an update. All right. He says the update. He said he's gonna post a full update tomorrow, but he said so far everything worked out. It worked out fine. He said that him and her had a great conversation.
Okay.
And she went to the doctor. They both went to the doctor immediately after the discussion to sort things out. She has been checked for a full STI and STD check, and she has been checked for a full STI STD check. Through the discussion, it came out they both came to a mutual conclusion that that she likely brought it into the relationship. They discussed with the doctor, determined that the UTI symptoms that she experienced 4 months ago was chlamydia. I mean, she been experiencing the shit for half of the relationship. She wasn't tested for you and didn't say nothing. She grabbed treatment from the work. She grabbed treatment from work under assumption. What? She grabbed treatment, thought it was a UTI. She got stuff for UTI. Like she took cranberry juice and all the other shit. So she took stuff for a cranberry. She took cranberry juice for chlamydia. She has been experiencing UTI symptoms. She said that she had been experiencing. So she had been experiencing. She had been experiencing burning while she pissing for 3 to 4 months, on and off. Her urine samples at the doctor, it looked exactly like mine's the day prior. It's real cloudy and got white. Oh my god! It got white sediment inside. We just hoping it wasn't dormant for a period of time and no lasting damage has been done. I'll make more updates post tomorrow. I'm going into detail, but we're both happy and relieved with the outcome. Godspeed, my good brother.
Good luck.
He is happy. He is happy, y'all. Oh wow!
Pissing blood and happy. You pissing blood and happy, hey man.
So what, man? Hey yo, at least you know that you got somebody to hand the hole when this shit is bleeding. So you,
yeah, fucking so.
So you like.
Here's
when
my
I
question: why the hell
bleed,
didn't
you
she say
bleed, we
anything
bleed the
for
girl.
4 months?
Yeah, they don't. Hold on. They've been together for 8 months. First of all, who jumps in a fucking relationship? Anyway, they've been in a relationship for. So they've been in a relationship for 8 months. So half of the 8-month relationship, she was been stinging and pissing. She thinks she had a UTI, a bad UTI, on and off, for 4 of the 8 months. But so that means, when did she catch it in? If you've been together for 8 months and 4 of the months you've been having a UTI, that means when did you get it? You got it at the beginning of the relationship or right before I came into the picture? Or during, like you got to get it. You had to get it at the beginning of the relationship. You've been pissing blood for 4 months. And then so hold on, wait a minute. Now y'all got me asking questions. So the whole time she's been on, you think she's on her period, she's been pissing blood?
Yeah, if she's been passing it off as that's
She been saying that she been feeling like it was stinging while she pissed. While she pissed, she thought it was a little sting, and she was like, "Oh my god!" Then she's like, "It's been white little flakes."
Here's the thing, though. I get the fact that they're technically in what some would call the honeymoon phase of the relationship, but at the same time, if you value the person you're with, and you want any kind of mutual understanding of whatever, if something like that starts happening, bring it up. Watch how you do it, but bring it up.
Man, if I bring it up, motherfucker, we got a cold red emergency. What are you talking? No, I'm pissing blood. I don't even know what to say.
I'm talking about her.
Blood coming out. Like, motherfucker, I'm not on the period. Why I got blood coming on my shit? No, I don't understand. No, we having a big discussion, nigga. You are not. No,
hey,
you ain't going. You ain't.
This red button.
You better be.
Hit the red.
We better be happy after this shit, because nigga, you gonna be dead. I'm not trying to play. I'm not trying to look. Let me tell y'all, man. Let me tell you something about me real quick. And I love my wife to death. Man, I have always been.
You are a blessed man, brother.
I've always been the type of guy, man. And don't get me wrong, I had with him. And again, it's another part of myself I'm telling too damn much on. Like I said, I had a whole pass. I have a big whole pass, a big ass whole pass. But my thing is, I always got myself tested. I kept getting myself tested just to be sure, because you can't be out here slanging that thing and that shit dirty. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, so I was like, yo, let me make sure. Everybody's new. I was like, let me go ahead and test. Then before I got in a relationship with my wife, I said, let me make sure I test again, because I don't want to bring anything into this relationship. You know what I'm saying? So that was my thing was, but I don't even know how to approach this. You telling me straight to my face that, nigga, you had this shit for 4 months and you just never. All right, man. Look, man. Look, I'm gonna wrap that up with that, man. And that was a crazy ass story.
Somebody
He happy. I'm happy. They happy.
Somebody
They
died
happy.
tonight.
They ain't dying. They definitely go home and have some hot burning sex. He's gonna go home.
Oh no.
He gonna be. They'll be rubbing them matchsticks together and gonna see something spark. Ooh, he gonna be. Oh, yep, exactly what you gonna be saying. Exactly. Ooh, shit. And she gonna be hurting that motherfucker. Ain't felt.
Ooh, nah.
You thinking the whole damn time? Nope. You thinking she moaning because it feel good? No, motherfucker, that shit is burning. She is not thinking about it. Man, look, all right, man. That's my show, man. I'm gonna get the hell off of this right here. I appreciate people who jump in and out, listening, watching the show. It's gonna be. I don't know. I'm gonna keep this as a. I don't still debating. I'm gonna keep this as a video, or gonna make it to a just audio. But y'all, it's been a good show. I want to thank my.
You could release it as both, but that's up to you, man.
Yeah, but cause my last few. This is my third episode. The first two has been audio.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to thank my podcast brothers, man, JC and Brandon Jerome, man. Y'all want to go ahead and give your closings?
Hey, man. Yeah. This has been great, Brandon. It's great to finally meet you face to face.
Good, man.
Eric, this makes 6 awesome shows that we've done together, man. And I can't thank you enough, honestly.
Thanks, man. Brandon.
Yeah, same thing, JC, man. Nice meeting you, man. Eric, you already know, man. Anytime you need me, bro, just hit me up, man. I'm here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, look, man, I want to thank both of y'all for being on my show, man. I know it's late as hell. We talking about chlamydia at 1 o'clock in the morning in EST time.
That's a wild topic to end on. That's a very
talk
wild
about
topic.
your wild
we all have
a
fucking nightmare. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Yeah. It's nightmare.
I mean, well, you gotta be alert. You gotta be alert. Gotta be alert. I'm gonna tell you this right here, man. Once the tip is on fire, I gotta cool that bitch down. So I'm letting y'all know. I don't give a fuck about none of y'all, but I do love him more than anything else.
Right.
If something go wrong,
and definitely another lesson from this whole thing is, as long as your relationship get tested regular.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't give a fuck what nobody else think about him, but I think he is the best friend I ever had. And so if he's sick, we all sick. Anyway, man. Hey, yo,
we all taking a day off.
Hey, y'all, I'm gonna wrap this show up, man. We can talk after the show if y'all want to, man. But let me get over here. Let me get off for a minute. But I'm gonna get off this real quick. And I gotta go upstairs real quick. I know my wife finna roll over and realize my big ass ain't in the bed. I'll let y'all, man. And like I always say, God bless you. Get tested and make sure that you pee laying down. All right, peace.
Later, y'all.
Peace.